window at the end of the summer to start the season, but I would have given him a hard date to say, I cannot let you walk out the door for free here. Okay? I need, if you are not signing with us, I need 2 teams, 4 teams. I need something. You got to give me something to work with.
You think they would have given that?
Hold on.
Sorry?
You think they would have given that?
I would have demanded it.
This is the most sensitive camp on earth.
Demanded it.
This is the most sensitive camp and player on earth. I mean, you're bringing up comments in press conferences from years ago that, Tree didn't come out and say, we got to get this guy signed. It's like if they had gone to him and said, give me 2 teams, give me 4 teams, I demand it. Yeah. I mean, he might have packed up his ball and bag and gone home.
Then pack up. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Listen, I agree with you. That's
have a
right.
basic
But you were dealing with a
principle and
live
you just
wire.
Stick with it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right? It's over.
And they didn't show those stones. And I just talked Dobson and Darsh. They did there.
I cannot be embarrassed in this situation. And Brad almost was. He salvaged Nick Waugh, which was, I like him. And I think there's some good upside.
Yeah.
I think as close as you can get to anything of substance, usually these things are like a fourth rounder, a fifth rounder. They got a guy with some upside here.
27-year-old controllable right shot center who can
6'4".
play. Yeah, he can play.
He can play. So good on Brad to get something, but he came this close to mismanaging an asset that could have been regarded as one of the worst managed assets in NHL history.
No question.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about that 3-team thing that he mentioned there? Do you have any insight on what that was? Like, because I remember you brought up the Cowan thing.
Theodore, I think, was involved before.
It was before the season.
Before
but at the deadline. At the deadline, he alluded to
nothing. And it wasn't even close.
Okay.
Of Mitch being traded to Carolina or anything. He wasn't going anywhere.
Well, because he kind of alluded to that he would have gone to, because he talked about how if there was somewhere he was going to go at the deadline, alluding to his wife being pregnant, that's a place that they wanted to stay and sign, which is 100% fair. I get that.
Yeah.
But at Vegas, there was part of a 3-team anyways. So I just wanted to
there was nothing for the Leafs to think that they could. They just won the Atlantic Division. Or they were on their way to win the Atlantic Division. You're not taking your leading scorer where you're perceived as maybe the best window to win a Stanley Cup.
It was their best window.
Exactly. So they would have got crucified trading Mitch.
Well, if it was for Rantanen, it wouldn't have been.
That was not happening. Though.
Rantanen had 16 points in 5 games.
The time I mentioned this, the time to have read the tea leaves was when, if you did your homework, you would have known that he had all types of problems with Colorado, and you could have possibly flipped him then. That was the only chance for Rantanen.
Anything else on that? Or
nothing else on that?
No, we're good. So what the hell are the Leafs going to do now?
Yeah, time to look around the league. Tree, who we're going to be joined by after the first break here.
Let's just get a quick thought on where July 1st stood for you with what you saw out of the Toronto Maple Leafs and Brad Treliving.
I think Anthony Petrilli wrote an article in Maple Leaf Hot Stove about free agency last year and just how hilarious the people who spent the most last year. So the most money spent on UFAs last year at free agency.
For
Predators, Kraken, Bruins, Blackhawks, Devils, Canucks. Those are the 6 highest spending teams in free agency last year.
Yeah, and one made the playoffs?
One made the playoffs. And not even close for the Preds, for the Kraken. Not even close. Blackhawks. So the point is, the Leafs didn't do anything bad yesterday, which is a bigger risk than doing something, than the odds of getting something good on July 1st. So I'm okay with what they did. They took, some kind of low risk, high reward bets. And
yeah.
Now they're shopping for someone in a trade.
I look at what the Kings did.
Which deal do you wish the Leafs did that happened yesterday? Name one.
I guess Tanev.
Yeah,
kind of. Like 2.5 for 4?
I would have taken Brock Besser.
Or depth guy?
Yeah, I'd take Brock Besser too.
I'd take Brock Besser.
At that number?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's another shoot-first, slow-footed.
Not to completely get off topic here, but how does the Vancouver Canucks go from we don't want this guy on a long-term deal. We couldn't even get a first rounder for him, to giving him 7 years
And even Besser-
$50 million.
Besser said, like,
How?
day of, he had full plans to not return, and then they called him and surprised him with an offer, and he was like, okay. Like, they both kind of just went, all right.
Because they're like, what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
Good question for our Dan Murphy, who
And-
joined us at the top of the hour.
What's the relationship with Brock Besser and Quinn Hughes? I'm assuming very tight.
I don't know.
I mean, two American
Couple
guys
American
play for the
boys.
Yeah,
I don't think it can hurt,
can't hurt.
right?
Can't hurt.
But even with Mitch Marner in the lineup, there were scoring issues here.
Well, in
So-
the playoffs, there was, yeah.
So, where's the scoring coming from?
You know, I don't think they're as dead in that regards as other people. You know, Matthews scored 33 last year, a year after getting 69. He's not a 33 goal scorer. You know, like I think he can give you 50 next year. There's another 20.
Who's he playing with? Nyes and
it could be Michelli or Domi or
Malgin?
Certainly he needs someone else. The one year he had Domi and Bertuzzi, he outscored his pace than when Marner played on his line. So I'm not too worried about him getting 50.
Okay.
The other guys are going to get some of that Mitch opportunity, who played, 23 minutes
Yeah.
a game or whatever. So I don't think they're fine. They need a top 6 guy. I'm not saying they don't. But I'm saying I don't think they're going to be a bottom 10 offense next year. Could be wrong, but
Where's that top 6 guy coming from, you say?
that's a good question. That's something, maybe we can ask Brad after the break.
There are, I think, was it Elliot that mentioned Kadri now?
No, I don't think that was real.
No?
I don't think that was
Okay.
real. But I saw that too, and I got really excited about it.
You did.
But I think it was something,
That's someone you like?
Would that ease your mind a little bit if
Yes.
Kadri finds his way back to Toronto?
Yeah, of course.
absolutely 100%. Yes.
It's interesting. They suddenly have a lot of centers. Waugh can obviously do it, and Lawton can do it, and hell, Lorentz has done it in the past. Tavares, Matthews, Domi can do it. They got a lot of centers.
Quantity, lots of quantity.
Nylander,
Yes,
Nylander,
totally. They don't have.
Nylander can do it.
Yeah, we'll never know. We'll never know.
I wonder if Berube will come out and be like, we're going to really try it this year.
I hope.
And then they just don't again.
So if Kadri's out there and you're trying to now build a deal that would satisfy Calgary, I'm not even sure the Leafs have what it takes to do it.
I don't see how it's possible.
How about Callie Yarncroc, David Kampf,
Yeah,
Nick
yeah.
Robertson in
What was the range
2029
joke for
second
years?
rounder.
Connor Brown, Bracco in a second? Was that?
How about,
That's exactly
how about a first, a second, and someone?
We
Would
don't
you
have-
do it?
what first?
No, I don't know. 2040. I don't know.
I think we're gonna-
2028.
You can only trade how many years in
how far
advance?
can you
They
go
have a
up?
28.
Can you go that far?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can go 29. They just
Yeah.
the last deal they did has a conditional 29.